Hey, Wormmon. Look. Look! I'm the Dippymon Emperor. Bitch. This is Digimon Appreciation video review. I don't know what the purpose of this is. I just wanted to make a video about Digimon. Is there something on my fucking lens again? I'm no historian about anything, even the stuff I really like, because I have a bad memory and suck. There was a point there. Digimon is a good franchise, and I'm gonna talk about it. Anyway, it started off as Tamagotchi being taken kind of in like an interesting way, where you make them battle each other, and they're for boys, so they have monsters that evolve and shits. I think they had like tournaments for them too. They at least did in V-Tamer, which was a cool manga. I'll get into that. I think it was maybe to combat Pokemon, but don't tell Digimon fans I said that, because if you mention Pokemon possibly coming out before Digimon and vice versa, I bet. But I mean, it was like almost a year, maybe even more than a year. So I don't know, one was like 94 or 5 and the other was 95 or 6. I said I'm not a historian, do you believe me yet? But it blew up and became like immensely popular and spawned a whole buttload of different medias. All the medias. Like manga and shows and games, all which fucking differ from each other quite a bit and change a lot, and I like most of them. For starters, there's the shows. They deal with all kinds of shit actually, and I'd like to think, maybe not like, I'm not biased like that. I think, in the beginning at least, they dealt with like more serious tones and more tones in general than Pokemon. But I don't know, Pokemon kind of did. This isn't versus Versus. They deal with loss and darkness versus light. Darkness not always being the bad guys, and kind of the balance of good and evil. Or darkness and light. I just said darkness isn't always evil. Maturing and redemption and good qualities in people. Life lessons. I remembered all of that at once, can't you tell? I mean, for example, they deal with like death because Leomon, who's a major character and helper of the chosen children in the first season, whatever you want to call them, gets fucking murdered trying to sacrifice himself, which is another theme. And then it happens to him again in Season 3. It's a different Leomon, because it's a whole other universe storyline. And he just gets fucking killed almost unceremoniously. And then a lot of the series deals with that, specifically, afterwards. And like, a lot of their villains are just darkness incarnate. I mean, they have Devimon. And then Myotismon is like a fucking vampire version of that, who's also a sadist. Like, damn. Even in the translation, the dub, whatever the cool kids are calling them. And you got the Dark Masters. Come on. What makes you think dark more than a clown and a robot? And a puppet man, and a fucking cyborg sea dragon serpent. That didn't help my case, but look at the name! And they were evil. And then there's Apocalypse, who's all fucked in the head.
Why do all of you get the pizza while I get the crust?
Oh, I can't take all these metaphors!
And just also kind of darkness in the form of a giant prism thing. With a man taped to it. Kind of. He's kind of like Devimon, taped to a giant gold bulb thing. But then you had Loamon and Jaeger Loamon. That's not their names, I don't think. That's what the dub calls them in Digimon Season 4, also called Digimon Frontier. That season deals with the balance of light and darkness, and how darkness isn't necessarily bad, but can be corrupted. And Loamon was a good boy, but dark, because everybody had elemental powers. And the kids turned into Digimon themselves, because who didn't fantasize about that? And they each had like sort of an element to them, and there was a light spirit, well, two, it's complicated, just fucking go with it. And a dark spirit child. Someday I'll be more in depth than this in another video. Because I don't know what the hell this one is about. It's Digimon. Then, did I mention maturity? It's on my list. I think I mentioned that's a theme. Because when Leomon dies, everybody kind of has to mature and deal with that. But when he dies in Season 3, he had a human tamer partner friend, and she was all fucking weird. But she got better with him around, and then got really weird without him. And actually became pretty normal, and had to learn to, like, move on. But still not forget. But she matured quite a bit. Fucking seeing your partner friend get murdered might do that to you after it shattered your brain. And also the hero of that series had to mature too. Because after Leomon died, he went and pushed his Digimon to Digivolve to Mega level, but it happened in a negative way, so he became a big evil dragon apocalypse monster, but not Apocalypse. That's a man on a ball. And he had to learn not to do that. Did I say that already? But he did learn that. And then he fused. Is there something in my closet? Oh, and then TK has to learn how to deal with loss and mature, because his Patamon turned into a big angel man that died and then got reincarnated. But he matured throughout the series, and also had to, he didn't really have to deal with loss that much, because the egg kind of showed up right after Angemon died. The egg to his Digimon. I haven't really explained how Digimon work, have I? They turn into an egg? No, they start as one. But they do turn into one. Good start to that explanation. And the egg hatches, and they have a baby form that turns into baby 2, that turns into child. No, baby 2 is... It gets confusing, because the fucking translations come up with different names for no reason. There's baby 2, that turns into child. I was right, I was just thinking of the wrong level when I said that in my brain, which is like the rookie form in America. That's Agumon and Gabumon. They're child Digimon that turn into adults, called champions in America, because it's gotta sound cool. Kirby's gotta look angry. And then there's perfect form, called Ultimate, and this is where it gets confusing, because Ultimate is the American name, but Ultimate is the Mega name. Mega. Perfect Digimon over in Japan turn into Ultimate, which is like their final level. But here in America, we call it Ultimate. No, we call it Mega. Did you get that? And then there's a cool story arc with Impmon. He seeks out power because he feels all rejected, and he has to basically redeem himself. That's where the redemption comes in, because he gets power to become Beelzemon. Again, fucking darkness is there. Just the devil again. They love that fucking imagery. And he kills Leomon. Did I say that? I think I said that. He fucking murders the shit out of him. He's the one that kills him in Season 3, causing Jerry to have to, you know, kind of rebuild her psyche and grow up. But then he has to redeem himself afterwards, because he feels bad because Jerry's all having a psychotic meltdown from it. And he reunites with his, like, sibling, twin, children, tamer people that he kind of run off from because he felt like they didn't like him or something. I'm a historian. And they give him more power, and he becomes super good with, like, Dark Angel wings and a cannon. And he redeems himself eventually, and even uses a Leomon attack, and it was kind of cool, because did I mention he ate Leomon after he killed him? Because in that season, Digimon could absorb each other to get their power and get stronger. Like their attacks, I guess. Well, they don't really use their attacks, but Beelzemon was like trying to redeem himself, so he's like, he just summoned Leomon's spirit and used his attack, and it was cool. Because he was like going out of his way to rescue Jerry. I can't remember what I said 5 minutes ago. I'm very drained. I might have a certain illness going around is very possible at this point. Also, I'm just drained all the time. And there's qualities in people. I'm gonna fucking reset this.